Good morning, team. Uwe Jacobs, property strategist from Property Friends, saying hello from a freezing cold Hobart. Well, I am in the most southern part, so there you go. It is, I don't know, 5 degrees or something like that. It is cold, really, really cold. Anyway, that's the fun part when you travel all over the country. So I am in Hobart, Tasmania, and have had a bit of a look around, which is what I always do. Have had discussions with builders, with developers. The situation is that it's still very, very difficult to get new land. There are some really infill developments and some long-term developments where there's some land available, but quite expensive, I have to admit. Uh, Builders are available, but also are pretty full with work still. So, again, to get a good price is challenging. We can only do it through our wholesale buying power and through our long established contacts, because those builders know what we do and how we work and know how easy it is to work with us and for us. So we can do packages. At the moment, I am not putting any new stuff on. I've got a couple of clients that have projects that they've wanted us to do. And of course, we're fulfilling those. So as such, I'll do a couple of smaller projects here. But what we are really focusing on and what is going off like a rocket is the turnkey lodge. Now, the turnkey lodge is our very compact, I will never use the word small, compact unit house. It is a 60 square meter dwelling. It is a proper house, National Construction Code, Building Construction Authority of Australia approved dwelling. So very, very clear. And we got to make that differentiation, folks. It is not a tiny house. It is not built under the caravan standard. It is, in fact, a proper dwelling, a proper house, a class 1A building. It is furthermore C3, Cyclone 3 rated, which we don't need for Hobart, but in the course of the modular construction and in the course of centralized large scale production, which is what we're setting up for, we will at this stage produce the C3 rated um, version for all over Australia. Now, what does that mean? Thank you for the thumbs up. What does that mean? It means that you've got 5 tons of steel extra in your dwelling. Now, the cost for that is considerably small compared to the efficiency gains of having one unit and rolling that off the shop floor. This dwelling is 60 square meters, 2 bedrooms with a master bedroom 5.1 meters by, oops, I've got my fingers in the screen. Sorry about that. 5.1 meters. I'm sitting in the car. I'm about to head off to drive to Burnie and Devonport. That's why it's all a bit skewy. 5.1 meters by 3.1 meters. A lot of people don't have that in their main residence. Now, the application for that dwelling is manifold, which is the fun part. It can be for the young'uns. That is, let's say I buy a 500 square meter lot, subdivided into two. Let's say I buy it even for $300,000. So that means the land will cost me 150,000. The lodge itself, turnkey complete on your land under normal circumstances. So that's a class 1A side. It is a site that is a normal residential block that is not in billy goat country. The lodge, under those circumstances, is $250,000 move in ready. Now, here comes the rub. The rub is we deliver the lodge in a 40-foot high cube container and erect it in 2 weeks. Let me say that again. The lodge is built in 2 weeks. And that we can do because of the modular construction. It is effectively like a Meccano set, like a Lego set, or like an IKEA flat pack that is possible to be put together because of the enormous engineering and design and architectural work that has gone into it. The advantages are outstanding. For starters, you don't have a builder that needs 6 to 9 months to do a dwelling. You don't have the mess, you don't have the noise, you don't have the disturbance for 6 to 9 months. As an investor, I don't have to finance the land for 6 to 9 months. Effectively, 2 weeks after the land is ready, titled, we put the stumps in, the dwelling sits on footings, which makes it also a beautiful application for undulating country. Anyway, so 2 weeks after the land settles, the stumps go in, and then within 2 weeks we have the lodge ready. Magnificent application. Now, I was talking about the first homeowners buyers, the young'uns. So if we take a piece of land that we have subdivided at 150, the lodge at 250, throw in a bit of gardening, fences, whatever, say 25 to be way out there. That means for $425,000, the young'uns can get into the market. Yes, it ain't a McMansion, but here in Tasmania, for example, there is a shared equity scheme for the new homeowners where they have to only contribute 2.5%. Now, let's take 450,000 to make my math easy. That is 9,000 plus, what is it? 450, 9,000 plus another 2,250. Call it $13,000. There are not many people that couldn't come up with $13,000 as their equity share in a new property. What that does is it gives you a foot in the market. Enjoy the cold. Oh, okay, yes, I am. Not. So if you have got questions, I can see the comments. By all means, ask questions. So that is one application to the market. A great application for the lodge is, of course, the early retirees or people that want to release equity from their main dwelling. A lot of people don't find it worthwhile. It is not the best way of doing it when you sell the house, your 4-bedder on 600-700 square meters that you've lived in for 20 years, and then reduce to a 2-3-bedder that the changeover in the transaction costs so much money. The buying and selling is typically 20-30%, that there's not much money left over when that transaction is completed. So those people find themselves with $150,000 worth of equity released, which doesn't really get you far. Here's the alternative with the lodge. You take your 600-700 square meter block and you divide 200-300 square meters off in the back. You put a lodge there for 250,000. You can now sell the front dwelling, the old dwelling, for about 70% of its original value. Now, that means that with an $800,000 home, you have 30% minus, so that is 8, 16, 24. Call it $550,000 worth of sale. You pay 250 for the lodge. That means you've got 300,000, twice as much, that you can now go and have fun with, take the lodge, throw the key away for 6 months, even better, rent it out short term, and go traveling. How is that for a difference? Now, there is, of course, also the investors that take $250,000 and get $350, $400 a week rent. This thing makes sense in so many applications. We're doing it in a development of 8-unit site in Geraldton, where the lot subdivided is 350 square meters. That is a great application. We're doing it with developments, new developments. We all know that the lot sizes in developments is going down and down and down. Well, in Townsville, I've got now lots that are 273 square meters for $185,000. So for about $440,000, I can put a package together that will get me $500, $550 a week in rent. That makes sense. That is a property that more than pays for itself. And there is capital gains in there. So yeah, that's what I'm having fun with. I have also made a submission to the Tasmanian government. There is an acute shortage of houses in Tasmania, specifically in Hobart. There are 400 houses sought to be built for ladies under distress with domestic violence issues and for other underprivileged people. The lodge is fantastic for that. So I've made a submission and we'll be looking forward to getting a response for that and helping Tasmania to solve the housing crisis that exists here. So opportunities are certainly there. We got to look at, I guess, solutions that are a bit different. The normal house and land you can make work in infill, but it's not the right time, in my view, in Hobart to start a project of 5 to 10 normal house and land packages. There's better ways of making money as an investor or as a first homeowner buyer to get into the market. All right. So from here on in, I am going to Burnie, having a look at a couple of things there, then to Devonport, where we are building 2 SDA homes. That's another success story. We've been working with that family of one of the participants for 3 years. We've been looking around for the right piece of land for a year and a half. Couldn't find the right piece, couldn't find the right piece, couldn't find the right piece, because the requirements of the participant are that he needs to be very close to the Mersey Hospital in La Trobe. His supports are all there, so that was the only way we could make it work. Found the right piece of land, knew about it before any of the real estate agents knew. And again, we're using our wholesale buying power. We're tying up 4 lots there, 2 for SDAs, 2 for lodges. The reason for us finding this land is we're in the business of the contacts in the industry. And that gives us the advantage that we literally get handed on from one developer to another because we're doing the right thing. When I promise to take 4 blocks, I take 4 blocks. I have contracts for 4 blocks when the titles come or when the contracts come. That's the difference. And that's a lot of fun. All right, so more about Devonport and La Trobe and SDA dwellings on Friday morning. I'm on the road today and tomorrow. Well, depending how things go, I may be able to. No, today is Wednesday. On Friday morning, same time, 7:30 a.m., same bat channel. I'll see you there. And remember, you got to be in it to win it. Have a good one.